Hello, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 19th to the 25th. This is for Libra and Libra rising, and we're going to jump right into it, Libra. If you have been feeling some radical changes in your life happening, I would not be surprised. We are just, Aquarius season. The Aquarius represents, the radical, right? So a lot of empowerment energy with Pluto and Aquarius. There's a lot of sense of like taking care of business, but really just envisioning, your future, having, being very visionary and really seeing yourself. And I want you to do that too if you haven't already. Like picture yourself where you want to be. That really, really helps. Now, here's the thing. We're actually kicking off the week with Pisces season. So the sun moved into Pisces on the 18th. Okay. And so that happened on Sunday. And so I like Pisces season. It's very like meditative and a lot of like self-reflection, a lot of imagination, a lot of compassion that happens, when we are in Pisces season. So you'll feel this, especially, Pisces does rule your sixth house of, everyday activities, routines, health and fitness, pets, work, the process of work, labor, things like that. So you may feel, a little bit, it is service to others. So there could be even a big sense of you feeling just like supporting others, wanting to support others and, really, really building bonds with others too. But also just, again, it is a lot of like this reflection, self-reflection, even some soul searching that you could be doing around this time. Now, the first half of this week, all right, we have the moon in Cancer. This is going to be very interesting for y'all because this is, the moon is, with the moon in Cancer, the moon rules Cancer. And so it is definitely like very emotional, but in a really nice way, especially when it comes to family, when it comes to children, when it comes to, loved ones. And there's this nurturing side to it. And again, you will feel this. You definitely feel it. But a lot of y'all will feel it in career and, your passions because it's happening in your 10th house. And that is career. It's public recognition. It's honors, achievements. It's social status. It's all of that. So really interesting. There could be a lot of new partnerships that you are going through too with the North Node being in your 7th house. So keep that in mind. Now, it is possibly going to be very emotional, very spiritual. You could feel your intuition heightened because remember, moon in Cancer and we got the sun in Pisces. We got Neptune in Pisces. We got all this water energy, these water signs. So, very emotional, all right, but can be in a really, really, really sweet and loving, nurturing way. Now, on Wednesday, Venus is going to conjunct Mars. Y'all, this is it. We're here. This is the big one. Now, Venus conjuncting Mars. Again, something really radical about this because it's happening in Aquarius. Now, what's really interesting is usually with astrology, you can go back and look at the last time Venus conjuncted Mars, and that was 2 years ago, and get an idea of like what happens like, in your life around that time. However, here's the thing. Pluto's now here, and we have never, and this is the first time everyone on this planet that is alive is experiencing Pluto and Aquarius because it hasn't happened in 250 years. And so while Mars and Venus are conjuncting, Pluto's there too. So it's kind of like this three-way dance. So a lot of like power around this aspect here. And so even though I said like, going back to see like what happened around this time, what you can do is create this new path for you now, okay? Pluto is empowerment. It's power, all right? It's transformation. So this is a really great day to feel empowered and to create your destiny and create, move forward in that respect. When I made that analogy about like climbing the mountain, like really, really set this course, really, really be prepared for this because you do not want to miss out on this aspect. It is such a big one. It doesn't happen again for another 2 years, okay, until 2026. So really, really, this is just a very charismatic, you may feel very charismatic this day, more than normal. Y'all are already charismatic, Libras are. You could find others too around this time too. Remember, there's still so much of that like compassionate energy going around with the Pisces season. But one thing to remember, Mars is very masculine, okay? Venus, very feminine. Mars is a little aggressive. Venus is very diplomatic. And so, opposites do attract and stars do align when these two planets get together. Look at my shuffling skills today. What is wrong with me? So, where am I here? So with this, the two lovebirds, Venus and Mars, a lot of chemistry here. All right. A lot of chemistry, a lot of sexual chemistry, of course, with Venus and Mars. If you're not here for that, a lot of creative energy. Okay. Now, here's the thing. This is happening in your fifth house of pleasure. Okay. How do I say this? The fifth house also does rule, sex too. Okay. And so we're talking about Venus and Mars here. Okay. We're talking about Venus and Mars and Pluto, which brings this deep level of intimacy. All right. So that if that may be a thing for you, especially remember your North Node is in your seventh house as well. It can veer the other direction in terms of career as well. Remember, there's this activity that's happening with career, and then, partnerships and relationships is not limited to love and romance, but you do you. And I just want you to use this aspect to your advantage. Remember, Venus is your ruling planet. So really, really, you are definitely going to feel this aspect. You can be a lot of creative energy, like I said, as well. You can have like really big, like nice moments of like these creative like visions and ideas. So really also, if you are single, by the way, hello, great day. All right. Go fire up your Tinder because Aquarius does rule technology. Okay. So dating apps you could find your soulmate around this time. You could find some, your partner in crime. Now, the other thing is like, Aquarius does rule like astrology and like, all things like space. So this is also a day where you could have like this cosmic, like, kismet moment, a lot of like divine moments. I mean, it really is. Just use this. Please, Libra, use this aspect to your advantage. All right, take advantage of this aspect that is very rare. Now, on the 22nd, Mercury moves into Pisces now, so very interesting. Mercury in Pisces, I like to say, is like poetry in motion. A lot of imagination. It's very dreamy, and do pay attention to your dreams. All right, they may be telling you things. Always, very intuitive energy here, especially with Mercury in Pisces. Again, this is your ruling planet, by the way. So Mercury, all about communication, logic, thinking. So there is this really interesting merging of the two. I would say just, pay attention to your dreams. They could be, sending you messages at this time. The other thing is like dreaming. Like, remember I said, like, Aquarius season, you were building this vision for yourself. You were identifying like what I want and really, really like kind of like setting this course. And Saturn, which I brought up earlier, which is in Pisces, is, really, really around this time with Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, and the Sun in Pisces, all in your sixth house of everyday activities. Really just, turn your dreams into reality now. Like, it's almost like bringing a sense of reality into the things that you're wishing for and you're dreaming for. All right. It really is a nice time to even having, conversations about it. It's going to be really helpful for you. Now, on the 23rd, Venus will square Jupiter. Jupiter and Saturn are really harmonious right now. All right. So with this square, it really is just saying like, go have fun, go do things. And you could feel like a level of fun, like on a really deep level, because remember, Jupiter is in your eighth house of transformation. Y'all are going through big transformations. I hope you know that, Libra. So just have fun this day. It's a day just to like, if you feel like things have been like, go socialize, go see, I don't know what movies are playing right now. Go see the Barbie again. I don't know. You do you. Now, listen, on Saturday, we have a full moon in Virgo. So this is why this week is especially going to be really, really like you possibly being in your head a little bit and tapping into your intuitive side, is because this full moon in Virgo is in your 12th house, which is the subconscious. So there could be some things, full moons do bring culmination. There could be some things where there is almost like an ending of something that has been like deeply rooted inside you. So it is going to be something that maybe there is this level of depth to it. This full moon in Virgo is huge. Okay, so remember, we're coming the first half of the week. We got we've got the moon in Cancer, so that's heightening your intuition. Now you got the full moon in Virgo in your house of intuition. And so when I say pay attention to your intuition, it's almost like I don't even have to say that. Like, it seems like you will. Now, remember how I said earlier, like, about tracing things back to, when certain aspects happened. You can do this here. Think about what happened September 14th, all right, last year, 2023. That is corresponding to this full moon in Virgo. What seeds were you planting around that time? What conversation? What were things that were happening around that time? Just think about that time, because you could see some activity around now, okay? Because this is, again, corresponding. So whatever was happening around that time, there could be something culminating. There could be like a turning point. There could be something illuminated. Full moons do illuminate. Now, Saturn will oppose this full moon and Mercury. Okay. So this is why I've been talking about Saturn a lot for this week. Saturn is definitely going to maybe make things feel a little like I shouldn't have worn flip-flops on this mountain climb, right? I should have put on some mountain boots, or whatever, heavy-duty boots, whatever you need to wear. But it is all about moving forward. Okay, so it seems like what's happening during this full moon in Virgo for y'all. It seems like, again, there could be something that really culminates in terms of where it may be a little bit, let's just say, burden. Okay, they may be a little burdensome, but that is your cue. This has got to go. That is your cue. Remember, full moons culminate, and you want to take advantage of that. All right, so there really could be something here at this point where it's almost like a relief. Okay. Even like it is just putting something to bed. All right. The good news is that Jupiter will trine this full moon. Absolutely amazing. So Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity. So there is luck around this full moon. So with that said, oh my goodness, Libra, I know that's a lot happening this week. Let's see what's going on for you for February 19th to the 25th. Again, this is for Libra and Libra rising. If you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, if you know your birth chart, you are absolutely feel welcome to. If you want more insight in those areas of your life. So Libra, let's get to it. See what's going on for you. Now, Libra, like I said earlier, I didn't say it earlier, I do a traditional occultic cross spread. Really does offer the best overview. This is so interesting. And if we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Secondly, Libra, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. I can't even. And then you also see that Ruby's taking up all my table space again. She really wanted to be here for you, Libras. But she is here for you. You're good. There is definitely something coming in. And here's the thing. I feel like there is a sense of there's something really interesting happening here, and I'm going to tell you what it is, but let's get started. You got the 9 of Wands, all right? And so really, one of the biggest messages that's coming through already is just communicate, okay? Just communicate this week, all right? Don't hold things inside. Don't bottle up things inside. You may feel very intuitive this week. You may feel, again, heightened emotions this week. Really, like, communicate if you need to. You don't want to hold anything inside. Now, with the 9 of Wands, this is really interesting because you also got the 10 of Wands, okay? And we'll talk about that. You see what's happening here. You got the 9 of Wands, you got the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands. Very, very interesting. All Sagittarius cards, all that rule your third house of communication, right? And your ruling planet Mercury is, rules the third house of communication. Now, 9 of Wands here, really, it's all about just like, there are things that y'all may have been going through, and now you're just like, okay, I just can't give up. Okay. That is all I'm going to say, because there is a sense of you knowing this, and it's just like, just keep moving forward, keep moving forward, because I know that there's something out there for me that is going to come to fruition. You have the Page of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. Now, I absolutely love the fact that you got the Page of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. Pages are earth, so are Pentacles. This is double earth here. Very grounding, very rooted down, right? So, and especially with this full moon in Virgo, Virgo being an earth sign. I mean, it's just really nice because a lot of Virgo energy exists in the Page of Pentacles. So there is something new brewing, if it hasn't already. And it could be something in terms of like, yeah, money and wealth. It could definitely be a thing. Career could be a thing. Something new that is happening, and it's really special. And it feels like it's something that you really want to kind of like. It is part of this journey of yours, even like a brand new journey that could be beginning this week. But there is a sense of something that is you really want to learn more about it. You want to stick to it. You want it to, you eventually want to become the King of Pentacles, and you will. The Page of Pentacles, will, right? So he is one of the pages that is just so committed. So committed. All right. So I really, really do love the fact that you got the Page of Pentacles. Now, you did get the Eight of Wands in your challenge area. So if there is a sense of like frustration that things are not going fast enough for you, or things are, things may be moving too slow, or things are going a little sideways, this full moon is asking you to be patient. Okay. And so there could be something this week where it is something you're just like, like, I really want this to just, right? And it could be something that, again, something that you want to end in order for this new beginning. Pages are new energy to begin. And pages are messengers too. Okay, so you have a lot of communication stuff here. In fact, a lot. Your entire spread is all about communicating. So keep that in mind. Just be patient, and, things will land. But there is a sense of it just seems like you're walking through quicksand. You may feel like you're walking through quicksand this week, but you're gonna get through. And I'm gonna clarify something for you later, but you did get the Hierophant in your crown. Now, this is very interesting for me, okay, because there is a sense of like conformity with the Hierophant, and the Hierophant didn't show up at all in February during Aquarius season. Aquarius is like the non-conformist. So, and it was very interesting. It showed up in, I think, one spread, but in the challenge area or something, but very interesting because it's the first time I've seen the Hierophant in some time. But there is a sense of you, again, that spiritual energy that I was talking about, really hone in on that intuitive energy this week. Okay. There is, it seems like there is a sense of you wanting to be heard. All right. And so again, a lot of communication here. You even see him standing there talking to, like the two monks at his feet, right? So being a really big communicator, but even in this like intuitive way, this spiritual way, he is a connector between like the divine and our physical reality. You also see the two columns that, he's between. They're gray in tarot's wisdom, a lot of wisdom here in this card. So there is a sense of you that it's almost like you're seeking a lot of like wisdom in your life. You're seeking to be like, even like on a bigger platform too. But again, the biggest message is being heard. There's things that you need to say, and don't hold anything in. All right, don't hold anything in. But there is a lot of movement here. You did get the Knight of Cups again. Very, very like. Partnerships and relationships really could be a thing for you, but also like work could be a thing for you in terms of partnerships and relationships as well. If it's not love and romance, Venus conjuncting Mars is again like a really big thing for you, and your fifth house of pleasure and love and romance and family and children and whatnot. But it is also creativity and self-expression, which you see here reflected with the Knight of Cups, who is Pisces, as we have 4 planets in Pisces in your 6th house of everyday activities and whatnot. But I love this because you see the wings of imagination on his helmet and his shoes, and then you also see the fish on his armor, hence Pisces. But you see the fish on his armor. They're red for passion, but they represent creativity. So there is a sense of like there's a lot of like creative movement here, but it seems like there is a sense of you moving in this direction where you want to be fulfilled. Now, it can be on this spiritual level, like seeking, like doing, like I said, that soul searching, really tapping into your intuitive side, but also just like emotionally, what is going to fulfill you emotionally? It seems like there is going to be somewhat of a quest of that this week, and there can be other people involved, and it can be partnership, relationship related, all right, because that's already a big thing happening for you. And you do even see the Knight of Cups here extending his cup. Okay, so very, very interesting, especially because some of y'all may have moved into new partnerships and relationships recently as well. All right, you did get the Knight of Cups in your last reading, didn't you? Yep. So yeah, now it's in the root of your spread. So, but again, if you're not here for any of that, this is just like what's going to fulfill you emotionally. Now, speaking of what happened in your last reading, look who came back. You have the 10 of Wands. All right, now in your future. So again, this sense of like there is like a lot of work to do. There's a lot going on. There is that sense of like burden, okay, that's associated with the 10 of Wands. And I mentioned that earlier, you know, with Saturn that's happening, opposing the full moon that's happening. So it really is identifying that now, identifying like, am I taking on too much? Am I taking on too much to distract myself from communicating what I need to do? Am I, feeling a little bit of burnout? It's time to identify that, okay? It's time to identify that so you can have this clear vision for your future. All right, Libra, you can even see him. I'm going to show you here. He is holding so many wands, he can't even see where he's going. Okay, so really have that moment. The good thing is the 10 is the end, right? 10 in the suit, 1 0 equals 1. So there is a sense of just identifying it so you don't have to go through any of this, where you don't have to feel like, I'm carrying on so much. And I'm going to clarify that for you because you are amazing, Libra, and you got the Hangman. So yeah, very, 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 very interesting now. Now we're talking. So you got all these cards of communication, communicate, be able to communicate this week. Don't hold anything in. But now with the Hanged Man, clarifying the 10 of Wands, it is, again, so much spiritual energy with the Hanged Man, and of course with the Hierophant as well. Okay, so this is really like, with this full moon in Virgo, remember I said there's like something you want to end, something's culminating, there's something that's got to go. A lot of it can be up here in your 12th house. So something in the subconscious, something that's rooted in the subconscious. It's going to like, you're going to feel like set free. Now you got the Hanged Man who has hanged himself upside down to see things in a new way, to see things with a new perspective. All right. And so this is very, very nice. And it kind of have to do with something in your daily life. Again, the Hanged Man is he's associated with Neptune. And remember, Neptune is in Pisces, along with a bunch of other planets in your 6th house of everyday activities. But he's preparing himself for change, for really big change. All right. And so in order for that to happen, he's made a surrender. He's made this sacrifice. So there is a sense of you making this surrender, especially during the full moon in Virgo, that's asking you to surrender something, to let something go. But this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Really, really, really nice. Let's get to your staff. Libra, oh my goodness. Where am I? I feel like this has just been like, I don't know if I'm an Aquarius, so you know we had like with 6 planets in our sign at one point, and it's just been like, oh my goodness. I don't know if you know any Aquarians, but they've probably been going through a lot. Very powerful month. In any case, Libra, thanks so much for being here. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what is going on. Talk to me, Libra Nation. And if you if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. I would not be here without you, so I am so grateful. I really do appreciate it. Now, Libra, look at you. Everyone is getting such interesting readings this week. Okay, so let's get started. Look at you go. The Chariot. Hello, that's absolutely amazing. It does seem like there may be a bigger focus on career for a lot of y'all this week, especially with the chariot coming up now. The chariot is Cancer. Remember, I said we had that moon in Cancer first half of the week in your 10th house of career. You do have the Page of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. There could be some like, again, having some sort of like influence on others, being seen in a certain way this week. But again, just communicate. I really just want you to communicate. But I love the fact that the chariot did come up because this is someone who is confident, ready to go, really, has manifested things and just is charging forward and really balancing like dualities in their life. And that's such a big thing for Libras. Anyway, you are the sign of balance. But yeah, I absolutely love this. Just keep going. Just keep going, okay? Especially with, the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, all right? Just keep going and you're going to get through it. Just unburden yourself. Let something go that that that's holding you back. Should there be something holding you back? Because again, it could be up here. Now, 9 of Pentacles. Very, very nice. The first message that's coming through is there is someone that is going to be helping you in some way, in some capacity, financially. It could be like with, bringing like a sense of wealth into your life, bringing, again, support. There could be this big support system that you have this week. It's really, really nice. I mean, this is someone who is just very glamorous. But what I love about this is that two things. A, you do see the symbol of Venus all over her gown. Venus being your ruling planet, Venus of love and money. But you also see, well, maybe you don't see it, but this card is attributed to Virgo. And so really pay attention to the full moon Virgo. There could be something there that is, waiting for you. That's like this field of abundance. That's really nice. But there is, again, it just feels like there may be someone that is like supporting you in some way. That's so nice. So, so sweet. And again, everyone's in general, there's just so much like spiritual energy, like intuitive energy happening this week, nurturing energy happening this week. So it's very, very nice. You also got the Page of Swords. Okay. So you see you have 2 pages here. And so it seems like there is this new mindset that you want to move into. And it goes well with the fact that there is this full moon Virgo in your 12th house in your subconscious, but now bringing that awareness to it. Okay. So I really, really love this. It does seem like that you're just ready to go. It seems like you're going to be ready to go. But again, definitely let go of those things that may make you feel like you are walking through quicksand. If you are walking through quicksand, maybe it is like a mountain of quicksand. All right. You want to get to that point where it's just solid. Make it easier for you. And now you have the 7 of Swords. Okay. You have the 7 of Swords in your final outcome. Very, very interesting. The 7 of Swords, it does seem like that there is, again, that communication is a big thing here. I really, really want you to communicate, especially, I mean, even with the Page of Swords, swords are about communication. You have the 7 of Swords in your final outcome. And so this is someone who is just, doing things alone, but in a way where it's just like, nobody even wants to hang out with him. So, and I'm not saying that's you. I'm talking about the card. But this card is associated with like lying, cheating, stealing, things like that. All right. So there could be this sense of if you're not paying attention to your intuition, if you have your head down, multitasking, doing all these things that are kind of like red flags could slip past you. So just pay attention, trust your intuition, unburden yourself from things, drop a wand or two, and you'll have this moment of clarity, right? And so keep that in mind. The other thing is that it could be you, again, flipped, where it's you that because you're taking on too much and you may feel like there's a lot going on where you are not facing some of your truths, things that you may have to focus on this week. All right. So, and it can, again, be something that brings you a lot of pleasure. It can be something with love, romance, family, children, even creativity, self-expression. This is, 7 of Swords is an Aquarius card. Remember, that's all in your 5th house. But even still, if it's not any of that, it's just facing your truth or identifying someone that may be doing something like very Machiavellian or whatnot. But how much time do we have? Let me see. Yeah, I'll do a clarifier. I'll do one more. I'll do another clarifier, and you're good. Mic drop, Libra. Come on. You got the 3 of Cups again. So I kind of I should tell you right now, when multiple cards from your last reading show up again, that is a sign. Take it as a sign, okay? This is a big thing here. You got the Three of Cups again in a very prominent part of your spread. Three of Cups, a lot of friendship energy, a lot of family energy. That's something that may be celebrated a lot this week, but I'm getting more of like just feeling good enough to like celebrate life. I mean, this is a card of celebration, right? It's a really big card of celebration. But there is also something like once you have this breakthrough, recognizing things, identifying your truths, you could be celebrating something in your physical world too. Okay. Remember, one thing here is the Three of Cups is a Cancer card, okay? And so remember, the moon is in Cancer for the first half of the week. So there could be something with career here, all right? Something with career, especially with the North Node in your 7th house as well. Partnerships and relationships, but even still, you're good. You're fine. You're good. You're definitely going to go. It's almost like there is a sense of you telling yourself, like, don't give up. Like, it's quicksand, but I'm going to get to that solid part of the mountain very soon and reach my goals. But there are some things that you may have to surrender, but it seems like you will. But there is new stuff happening for you, and a lot of spiritual energy. Just remember, communicate this week. Okay. So Libra, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, talk to me, tell me what's going on. And next week is when we do have the Saturn Cazimi. We also have a Mercury Cazimi. Okay. Mercury, your ruling planet. And so very interesting. We'll talk about that next week. We also have a lot of really great Jupiter placements. Well, we'll talk about that next week. Thanks so much, Libra. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.